How are we doing, everybody? We're back with episode 5 of Smith Eats. Today we're going to be cooking a personal favorite of mine, something I cook about once a month or so, some potato leek soup. If you know me, you know the first few years out of high school I worked in a fancy Italian restaurant where I learned how to make this yummy dish. Okay, so for ingredients we're going to need some leek and potatoes. Of course, we're going to need some onion, carrot, and celery for that mirepoix vibe, garlic, some chicken stock, heavy cream, and you're also going to need an immersion blender to kind of blend all of these ingredients together at the end. For herbs, we're using rosemary, thyme, fresh, some dried oregano, Italian seasoning maybe, throw whatever you feel like. Parmesan is a must though. I do want to point out that this is a pretty flexible soup. You can choose to puree it like we're going to do today, or you can choose not to and make it more of like a chowder vibe with whole bits of potato still left in it. You can also make it more of a loaded type version with bacon, cheddar cheese, all that. So first step in this process is we're going to wash and brush our potatoes. After that, we're going to cut them up. Doesn't really matter how big or small they are. We just need them smaller so they cook faster. Okay, then it's on to the leek. Okay, throw this dirty head away. It's impossible to clean fully and we just don't want it. But hold on to these parts. These are easy to clean even though they're dirty, but you're going to make sure you definitely don't want to wash them. Save them for the flavor. We're going to cut these up into these pieces and wash all of these. After washing, we're going to cut them up quite like an onion. It's kind of in the same family as an onion. If you don't know too much about a leek, it's kind of got a similar flavor to that and garlic. It pairs really well. So get these in a bowl and then start chopping up your onions, celery, and carrots and start mixing all of those together. Butter, olive oil in a pan, our pre-rinsed rosemary and thyme going right in, salt, pepper, a little bit of oregano and Italian seasoning, and in goes our mirepoix with our leeks. Stir that all around and let that cook for 5 to 10 minutes and let all that get nice and happy. Okay, so now that it's cooked a little bit, we're gonna add our potatoes. Yum yum. This is a lot of potatoes. They're not really gonna cook super well like that, so we're just gonna toss all the flavors, make sure they all get nice and mixed. Gonna add the garlic in. And now it's time for our chicken stock. You're gonna wanna pour the chicken stock in. Probably, I think we use like a container and a half. Now remember the top of the leeks I told you to save and rinse. Once those are rinsed off, you're gonna throw them into the soup like this, let them kind of cook down, and you're gonna stir them all around and wait until your potatoes are starting to get soft enough to stab with a fork. Now right around this time, those leeks are going to be ready to pull out as well. You're going to drain them on the plate like so, and you're going to get our immersion blender ready with some heavy cream. Start going in with the immersion blender. Blend. Make sure you don't have any pieces of the leek left. They are kind of a bitch to blend, but if you find any, just kind of pull them out as you go. Now you saw us adding our pre-grated Parmesan. That is a must. Make sure you add a lot of that. Now, I could say the soup only gets better as it sits. So let it sit for a little while, maybe as you go off and do a few errands, or overnight. The leftovers are so good. Episode 5, ridiculous. Excited to see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe, like, and all that.